Namaskar. We have seen some videos on GFR 2017 and budget formulation we have been seeing. Up to rule number 46 you have seen already. Now, rule number 47 is about user charges, which I already discussed in my earlier video. User charges is an important component of the non-tax revenue. User charges to be fixed by each ministry department in order to recover the current cost of providing services with reasonable return on capital investment, and charges are to be reviewed every 3 years. So when you fix the user charge, there should be no scope for undue profit and there should be no scope for loss either. So what you have to do, what is the expenditure involved in the particular user service? Passport I was discussing in the earlier video. So how much machines we have installed? What is the return for that? Minimum, nominal return. It may not be reasonable return only. It cannot be undue profit also. And it should not be under loss. So it has to be fixed. Ministry will fix what is the rate under, and that has to be revised every 3 years. Audit will check whether it is revised in the last 3 years, all those things. So this is one part, user charge. Now dividend and profit. Normally dividend profit will come only where the department controls some public sector undertaking and autonomous bodies which is doing commercial activities. Such cases, dividends and profits including the transfer of surplus from Reserve Bank of India is a major component of non-tax revenues. Okay, because it is not tax, it is all profits. And so RBI, whatever it earns, certain portion of its profit it transferred to central government. So the payment of dividends, profits must be made within an appropriate time frame immediately after the decision on dividend is taken in the annual general meeting. Normally dividend will be done every year and maximum every quarter also. If a company runs well, every quarter also they will be giving. And wherever possible, every quarter is done, otherwise annually it should be done, and as soon as possible when the money is available, because government invested money for public sector undertaking and so normally the public sector undertaking, if you have stocks, you will have scope for getting more dividends. Its growth also nominal, it is not bad, but the dividend also you get better because government tries to get profit. There is reinvestment is separately taken care of. They will try to get the money only. So it is one way of having dividend income. Okay. Receipts portal. Now, earlier all the receipts were collected through banks, through check and all other things, and you have to remit and reconcile. Now they have put one Bharat Kosh. So that provides a platform for making any payment to government, user charge. You make any kind of payment. If it is directly, if you are paying directly to government, you can use Bharat Kosh. If it is paid through some agency and agency collects on their license, that is something different. Otherwise, you can directly pay to the Bharat Kosh, and every department is listed there. Every head of account you can choose there. And that is one, this is the greatest reform brought in the last 4-5 years by this government. So it gives you one single window for any payment and other things. You need not go and search. You can get that details second time also. Whatever you paid, you can collect through your phone number and other things. Okay. Expenditure estimate. We already discussed about revenue related thing. Expenditure, there are two ways. One is charged, another is voted. Charged is all the expenditure which are required to be incurred due to court orders. They are all under charged account. Not only that, all the expenditure incurred by the constitutional authorities, that is court, Supreme Court, High Court, and C&AG, Election Commission of India, they are all constitutional authority. Their expenditure are not voted expenditure. They are charged to the Government of India, charged to the annual account of the Government of India, Consolidated Fund of India. So what does it mean? Parliament cannot reject those proposals. They can only discuss all the expenditures which are considered as charged, the expenditures on account of constitutional authorities, the expenditure on account of court decree, they are all classified as charged. So the political leadership have got, that is the ruling government, have got no role to stop the expenditure. They can only discuss whether it is right or wrong, everything they can do. But it will not be put into vote such that they are defeated so you cannot spend. No, it is just charge. The constitutional authority will send, that has to be approved. This is what they will give reason why this much expenditure, and the court order also comes under that, right? This is the beauty of our constitution. So the independence of the constitutional authorities are ensured by this charging method also. And voted is nothing but if department has got any issue, they can cut the expenditure. Even opposition can bring cut motion and all. But if they have majority for that, the government will fall. That is something different. So the expenditures are, all other expenditures are voted. So parliament has to vote. Okay, what about charge? That will also be passed without voting. It will be discussed and deemed as passed. That's all. Okay. Now, the detailed estimates of expenditure shall be prepared by the estimating authorities up to the final unit of appropriation. That is salary head, professional services, machinery and equipment, major works, minor works, all those, the last head, it will be prepared. There is a head of account notified by Ministry of Finance. We have to follow only that. So most of the services will come under. So capital expenditure is resulting in creation of assets. Revenue expenditure is running the assets and office. Okay. Now, in that, professional services and minor works, something major works, everything will come under that. So these things, allocation will be made according to that. So it has to be prepared according to that. And capital expenditure we already discussed. It results in creation of asset. And revised and budget estimates of both. What is revised and budget estimate? See, we start the budget process in the month of September, October. So then discussion will be there sometime in November, December, and then finalization will be done, and February 1st it will be presented in the parliament. Now, so what we have to do is, now we are in the mid of the year. September, October is in the mid of the year. Suppose let us say this year October this work is done. So budget estimate is already prepared for the current year during the previous financial year, and it was passed before March. Of course this year it will be done again after the election, I agree. But normally it is already done. So September, October, you have crossed 50% of the financial year, and expenditure should also be almost 45 to 50%. Suppose if there is variation and the department feels you need more money, yes, they can make revised estimate for the remaining part of the year. So total year revised estimate is this much. We have spent up to August or September this much, and remaining required this much. Already budget estimate given this much, the difference, additional allocation required. Something like that we have to make. And budget estimate for the next financial year. So first you prepare revised estimate for the current year and budget estimate for the next financial year, which is 2025-26. So based on the trend in October, you prepare for the next. So every year, the mid of the year, you will start for the revised estimate for the current year. If there is no change, you can say same as of budget estimate. If there is a reduction, you say the reduction. If there is additional requirement, you say that. That is what is called revised estimate. If there is no change, it continues. Okay. Is it so that revised estimate can be done only in the mid of the year? Not like that. Every parliamentary session, the department can make, but normally for all the department, this mid of the year is the budget preparation time. Everybody has to do. For any specific department needs additional money, they can do before the parliament session. They have to send the proposal to Ministry of Finance. Then that revised estimate for that particular department will be presented to the parliament for approval. Any emergency, we already discussed about Consolidated Fund of India. From that fund you can use and then recoup it after Parliament approves the new service, etc. So this is for revised estimate. And this is financial advisor will scrutinize it and clear it from his side. And then chief accounting officer for the department is secretary of the department. He will also approve that. Then it will be sent to the Ministry of Finance Budgets Division. So demand for grants will be prepared department wise like that. So that will be passed separately. This is now about preparation of budget. Let us see remaining thing in the next video. Thank you.